Hi, everyone. Thankful to have you here this Thursday. It is January 23rd, and it's been a rather cloudy, albeit comfortable day temperature-wise. We've got rains, however, moving in during the overnight that could put down up to 3/4 of an inch or so, give or take by this time or a little later, perhaps tomorrow. And then this cold front gives us colder air for the weekend, and it's a cloudy, dry, relatively average spell for a little while until our next round that could also be mixed with a little snowfall. We'll talk about that in your forecast in just a few moments. We have two main topics of discussion tonight. We have highlights. What a game it was last night as McGoffin County traveled down to the home of the Cougars. Highlights for you and scores in just a few moments. However, sadly, though, it's been a dark day in McGoffin County, certainly for a family who has had to come to start to say goodbye to a loved one, but that loved one's someone we all know and love as well. And it took me a little digging, but after a few hours, I went back into the archives and found an interview between myself and Tom Whitaker back in November of 2000, and just enough time to get a few clips of that on and talk about just very briefly his passing, but also, of course, his love of the arts in Appalachia. With that said, a couple of things before we get to those local bits of coverage. We do have, however, just a few details. There was an accidental shooting over in Prestonsburg earlier today. It happened at a business, the Big Lots in Prestonsburg. Actually, the scene, very few details available as of airtime, but we know that it was deemed to have been accidental. It was also said that it might have been a contractual worker involved. No life-threatening injuries reported, but an investigation ongoing by the Prestonsburg Police Department. An accidental shooting near or at the Big Lots location. That's all I really have at this hour. The Associated Press, though, is reporting at this hour. On another note, the Senate Education Committee has approved a bill that will require that police officers assigned to Kentucky's schools are armed at the time that they are there. The committee today has now sent the measure to the full Senate. The action also coming on the second anniversary of the Marshall County High School shooting in western Kentucky, where two 15-year-olds were killed and more than a dozen were injured in that shooting. This bill, as the AP is reporting and as we understand, is a follow-up to last year's school safety law, which didn't go into specifics as to whether or not school police officers needed or had to carry a weapon. This new bill adds that stipulation and requirement that all school-based police officers will carry a gun. No one is carrying any books or anything to school tomorrow in a number of Eastern Kentucky districts. School districts has, of course, class out again, even though I got up making Andrew's lunch this morning and finished it before I realized he was still in bed and wasn't going. McGoffin County is still out tomorrow. This is not an NTI day tomorrow, as it wasn't today for McGoffin County students. Clay County is calling off classes for tomorrow due to illness. Floyd County is closed tomorrow. It is an NTI day for those students. Johnson County is closed tomorrow. Paintsville Independent closed tomorrow as well. Our Lady of the Mountains closed tomorrow. The list goes on. Johnson County, as I said, and McGoffin County as well, all closed through the end of the week, which is, of course, essentially putting off classes till Monday. The flu really taking a hold, not just across the state of Kentucky, but here as well. As I told you on last night's program, Superintendent of Schools here in McGoffin County, Scott Helton, said attendance rates had gone from about 90 to 89 early in the week to 81% the day before yesterday, and that was just too low for them to sustain. And also local health care providers confirming to the superintendent that just in the past week they had seen about 20 to 30 confirmed cases of the flu and flu-like illness, and just about everybody you know has got something or other and feeling under the weather, and that's just going to continue, I'm afraid. Possibly get worse throughout the rest of the flu season. Hopefully, the time off will help alleviate the problem at our schools. When I come back, we'll talk just briefly. You could never talk about this man's life in its entirety as he just lived it that large and in full color, except for some black and whites at time. Tom Whitaker passed away earlier today, and we'll talk briefly about that and take a look back, a pretty good long look back, at least for me, in just a few seconds. From brakes, exhaust, suspension, fluid changes, to expert collision and auto body, to turning your 4x4 or diesel from mild to wild, Get real auto maintenance, paint, and repair at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sagersville. 349-8785.
Appalachian Wireless has a question for you. Would you rather pay $650 or $66 for a smartphone? If you think this answer is simple, then the Appalachian Advantage plan is for you. Pay less upfront for today's hottest smartphones, and then pay just a few dollars more every month on the monthly bill. Many smartphones are $5 a month or less after you factor in the $20 discount from the Advantage plan compared to the contract offering. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless. Payment agreement required. See store for details.
Right now, for pennies on the dollar, a huge selection of like-new laptop computers, a fresh stock of video games, the Cadillac of dog tracking and training systems, new hunting rifles, accessories, and ammo. And they always stock, buy, sell, and pawn gold and silver coins and jewelry with a new selection just in at Parkway Gun and Pawn in Sagersville, 349 Pawn. At Sagersville National Bank, they know your house is much more than your home. It's an investment, and for many of us, the biggest we'll ever make. And whether it's for needed repairs and maintenance, or a new addition or renovation to give you some more room and more equity, let Sagersville National Bank deal with all the financial work and worry. Real and real competitive, hometown, homegrown, home improvement loans at Sagersville National. Has Logan Corporation got a deal for you? So the next time you need one, you have one. The fact is that Logan is manufacturing so many dump bodies that they're closing out forever their stock on brand new Honda generators and water pumps. They've got over 50 brand new units in the box with the factory warranty on sale right now at prices you can't find anywhere. 2-inch pumps, $300 and $400 off. 3-inch pumps, 4-inch water pumps, trash pumps, Honda generators, the quiet portable EU series, and the 1,000 and 2,000 watt models, hundreds of dollars off. You can get an EU 1,000 25-pound generator for $642. Save almost $1,000 on their big EB 6,500 generator, with many more models available, all at prices lower than anywhere you're going to find online or elsewhere, guaranteed, at Logan Corporation, while they last. Don't drive or let your family drive in this or this before doing this. Stopping at Conley Tire in Staffordsville for brakes, oil, alignment, and of course, tires. Thousands of tires in stock every day to fit anything, with 6 months no interest financing and over 33 years of quality service with a smile. Conley Tire in Staffordsville. As I referred to at the top of the program, it's been a dark day for McGoffin County, and certainly us here at Your News Today in the Sagersville Independent, not near as much so, of course, for the family of Tom Whitaker, who passed away earlier today, as they are starting to say their goodbyes. For a man who will never be forgotten, certainly. Fortunately, you know, we are always going to, I believe, have some of those special people in our lives, in our community. Tom was certainly one. You know, people that are special for a number of reasons, such as through their profession or through their life's work, their dedication to our community or community service, or just helping others. Those people who leave behind an everlasting impact on our lives. And those people deserve our respect and admiration and gratitude for the legacy they have lived and left behind. Tom falls right in the middle of all of that. Tonight, as we speak of the passing of one of those very special and most talented people, we'll take a look back. This is going to be a little rough, sound and video-wise. The tape medium that this was recorded on 20 years ago, almost. It's no longer something we use very often, but we were able to pull it out of the archives and save it just a little bit. You know, Tom Whitaker our Appalachian and Puncheon Creek artist who passed away earlier today, always made for a wonderful occasion, whether it was brief or lengthy as this was. And this is only a portion of about a couple of hours that I got to spend with him that day. That day being November the 30th of 2000. We were at the Sagersville Renaissance Center where he was having a showing. Just 2 years into Your News Today's history. But my history with Tom started long before that, and the class over at Prestonburg Community College has had the same for many other people. In that interview, and in his everyday life, I mean, for me, and I think for everyone, it was essentially every time you talked to Tom Whitaker, he was professing his love of home, his love of his people, the hills he was raised in, grew up in, and loved to portray in his work. His love transparent in his art that has for decades captured everything from brief moments in his mind to brief moments in our time. Tom Whitaker, a former professor at the Big Sandy Community and Technical College, has forever shaped and inspired the lives of young students and old alike. Tom graduated high school here in McGoffin County back in '62, went on and studied at Morehead State University and the University of Kentucky. His artistic accomplishments, of course, adorn the walls of so many homes and businesses in eastern Kentucky and around this country. Of course, Creaker, we all came to know back in 2003, the Appalachian folk and bluegrass band that he started. Whitaker's work has been shown and adored in art shows and galleries all across eastern Kentucky and the Commonwealth and beyond, and people from all walks of life have sought and bought his paintings. All, he claimed, as everyone agreed, very real in their depictions of Appalachia. His inspiration and influence felt by all those who picked up a painting or took a class from a man that many, including poet Al Stewart, have called America's greatest Appalachian artist.
Really, I think I grew up thinking that we're all things. And really being art, I think, is the ability to be a child again and do those things that are pure, that you've known as a child, that you've grown up with, and the things around us, the things that we have lived. But then there's the other side of you, the unknown. And I did a drawing of a dead mouse in a trap and turned it into a Christmas card that says God, preacher is stirring. So if I didn't do things that were offbeat at times, you couldn't do the flowers, you couldn't do the baptizing, you couldn't do the things that are so considered pretty or whatever. So I have never been able to settle on just one thing, and I think it keeps it from being boring. But certainly the inspiration is here, the beauty is here, and the genuineness of our people is unequal anywhere that I have been. And so I want to capture some of that if I can. But as far as teaching, you have 30 students. 25 learn and 5 don't. Couldn't have been me. I did the same with all 30. I think as a teacher, when I first started, you think you teach something, but we maybe motivate and inspire a little bit, or lay down a bridge. And if you choose to cross it, that's up to the individual. But I would say this about teaching. I have been here 20 plus years. And somebody came to me the other day and said, Tom, you're doing more to preserve our culture than anybody I know in our Appalachian area. And I had never thought of it that way. To me, this is just kind of a history of my life, of what I've lived and what I've been around. But it made me realize, hey, I'm not going to be here forever. I'm not going to live forever. And I maybe ought to withdraw from teaching and just capture some of these things that are disappearing so quickly.
Arrangements, as you're about to see, are still incomplete for Tom at this time, but being arranged by his family. We'll pass those along to you as soon as we have them. Sports and other news in a moment. Right now, here's tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau Community Calendar. A couple of reminders. I think that Gracie is still missing a 12-week-old Labradoodle or Golden Doodle? Golden Doodle, I guess. Golden Doodle. We'll go with Golden Doodle. Last seen in the Mine Fork area, about 12 weeks of age. If you have any information, an easy number to remember, 349-3493. 349-3493. If you can help find Gracie, Gracie's family would greatly appreciate it. And probably one more reminder, because you'll need to register before next week or early next week if you can, but a free community baby shower hosted by the Floyd and Magoffin County Health Departments. Floyd County's was earlier today, but Magoffin County's is next Thursday from 2 till 4, and they'd like you to register so you can get your free gift, and they know how many expecting moms or moms of infants up to 2 months of age are coming. Call 606-515-9483 to register. A free community baby shower, lunch, and drinks to be served. And if you have a calendar announcement, and that includes birthdays and anniversaries, you know it. This is how you get it on the show. And lastly tonight, funeral arrangements brought to you nightly by the Magoffin County Funeral Home, and they include only a partial announcement at this time, as arrangements are still being made in honor of 74-year-old Thomas Whitaker. Tom of Sagersville passed away earlier today at the Hazard ARH Hospital. Arrangements being made and to be announced soon under the care of the Magoffin County Funeral Home.
Car wrecks, truck wreck, disability, workers' comp, slip and fall, wrongful death. Your case matters to you. Your case matters to us. Contact McFarland Tinker Law Office. With our combined experience of over 58 years, we're here ready to work for you.
You know what's just around the corner? Valentine's Day, and for a very limited time, while they're getting ready for Valentine's Day, you can come in and get 50%, that's half off select home decor and 50% off women's winter clothing at Fraser's Prater Drugs Seasonal Shop. It's a must-see sale at the Seasonal Shop in downtown Sagersville for a limited time. Half off women's winter clothing and home decor while it lasts. The Seasonal Shop. Come by or call 349-3223.
At work, we do a lot of live shows with crowds. I used to sit up there and not really know who was looking at me. I was finally tired of contacts and glasses, tired of paying for contacts, and I just decided I need to get these eyes fixed. Able Eyes was great. If someone asked me if they should get LASIK, I would absolutely recommend it. At first, like many people, I'm hesitant, but after going to Able Eyes and they walk me through it, I know that it's a quick and painless process, and I recommend going to Able Eyes. They were the best.
Right now, you can take advantage of their lowest prices of the year at $1,800 per eye.
Tomahawk Feed and Farm Supply, the region's largest inventory and lowest prices on feed for pets and livestock. And now they have Bernie, gear so warm you'll think it's summer, shirts and outerwear, overalls and more for gentlemen and ladies. And Tomahawk always has the best prices on pickup and delivery of gravel and rock that's dense grade all the way up to big class 3 and drain pipe 4 inches all the way up to 72 inches. Tomahawk Feed and Farm Supply in Sagersville at Red Light number 4. It can be one of the hardest parts of being a parent. You can beg them, bribe them, hold them down and try to force them, and sometimes you still can't get them to take their medicine. Well, problem solved at Parkway Pharmacy with Flavor X. Let your kids customize their medicine with some of the best flavors that really do taste great, and it's totally free with your child's prescription at Parkway Pharmacy. So stop the suffering, theirs and yours, for free, and get your Flavor X flavored medicines at Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville. Well, it was round 2 last night for the Magoffin County High School boys as they traveled to Morgan County. They hosted Morgan County earlier in the season, so it was looking to be an exciting one. Only 5 points separated the two here at the home of the Hornets. And we traveled last night. Things started off on a much different note for Magoffin County last night, however, as they quickly found themselves on the losing end. As Magoffin County knew last game, you can't give 33 Garrett Wright any room to work with because he will work his way inside, and he is a sharp shooter from outside the three-point arch. And he and Jake Helton here to A.J. Conley came out swinging and in a matter of minutes had the Hornets on the early ropes 12-0. But with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, Aiden Barnett glasses in the easy 2, And as the Cougars start down the court, Mason Lovely gets a handle on it, and Barnett goes straight back down the middle again for back-to-back layups. And Randy Bailey's basket +1, and Grayson Whitaker's run at the basket, and another big shot, all added up to a tie. It was a 15-15 ball game at the end of the first quarter. Later in the second quarter, the Hornets go ahead by 3, 26-29 McGoffin County, just for as long as it takes Wright to nail this one down and even it back up with 2 minutes left to go in the first half. A first half that ended on yet another buzzer beater. Man, have we seen the buzzer beaters this season. This one fired off by Grayson Whitaker from three-point land to end the first half, up 7 for McGoffin County. And did someone say buzzer beater? Why, yes, I did. Here we are, 6.4 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Isaiah Salyer with the toss in to Barnett, back to Salyer, to the right, up and off the iron, but with a millisecond left, Lucas Littoral caps off a third quarter run and an 11-point lead for McGoffin County. In the last 8 minutes, Morgan County made another run at McGoffin County, and they get it back down to single digits. But the Hornets finish this one largely from the free throw line thereafter and take the season series between these two teams 2-0. They win last night by 10, 63-53, after a 5-point win over Morgan County here in McGoffin back on the 8th. Last night's win by 10 puts McGoffin County and Coach Castle at 11-8 on the season, 6-7 in region play still, and 0-3 in the district still, of course. That also gives them the weekend off. They are traveling back on the road. We go to Pikeville on Monday at 7:30. 2 road games next week, Pikeville and Paintsville. We will be here at home on February the 1st. That's the next home game, one of only 3 left, I think, on the regular season schedule, a season which has only about 8 other games in it. The boys once again off till Monday, 7:30, hosting Pikeville. The Lady Hornets took on the road. The Lady Hornets took on Lawrence County here at home Monday night. This was a 38-56 finish for the Lady Hornets. That's 3 losses in a row after picking up a much-needed win against Jenkins. The girls are in action Tuesday of next week. They, too, have the rest of the week and the weekend off, and they will be hosting Betsy Lane, 7:30, Tuesday night. The first matchup of the season for the girls and Betsy Lane. Morgan County is now 5-12, and they are hosting Boyd County in a few days. I have to check the calendar. Monday night of this week at 7:30. Last night's loss was their 5th in a row. Well, here's your Looking Valley RACC outlook. We've got a cold front coming, along with it showers later on tonight. Some cooler air for your weekend. Dry and cloudy conditions 4 days until the next round of precipitation. Tonight, showers are on their way. Should be rolling into town 10 o'clock or so, maybe a little after, maybe a little before, but showers of a light variety coming tonight. We do have a low tonight of right around 40 degrees and an east-southeasterly wind around 6 miles per hour. So we could pick up to anywhere from a tenth to a quarter of an inch of rain tonight, and then we could add another half to maybe 3/4 of an inch from showers expected for your Friday. It's going to be a soggy end to your work week, but a mild one temperature-wise. 51 with showers, winds also tomorrow in the forecast. Still out of the southwest, anywhere from 7 to 10 on average, up to 20, 22 mile per hour gusts. So a breezy, showery day that could altogether put us maybe up to another 3/4 of an inch of total rainfall. No storms or any heavy action with this, just showers and winds and relatively mild air for your Friday. This front also knocks us down a degree or several for your weekend. Saturday's forecast has more clouds. Shower chances right now at a 30% shot. So some rain and snow showers possibly early Saturday morning as we slowly climb up to about 38, and then maybe on the back end of Saturday as well if we have that precipitation and that colder air that's going to make its way down to about 32. No accumulation expected, but maybe some rain changing over to some snow at the beginning and possibly end of your Saturday. Saturday 32 and cloudy at night with that lingering chance of precipitation that's gone for Sunday. There's a pattern, though, that starts Sunday, cloudy and dry and rather close to average. We'll see around 39 degrees on your Sunday, just cloudy across the board, day, night, calm winds, just clouds and upper 30s. Monday will hit the 40-degree mark, maybe by a degree or two even better, but just cloudy, calm winds, and 43 and 32 for your high and your low. Still dry. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, cloudy or mostly cloudy. Into the mid-40s will go. Still dry, mostly cloudy, mid-40s. Wednesday is our next round of precipitation, possibly. A 20% chance of showers will kick it off with 47, but another round of rain rolls in Sunday night with a low of 35. And even though Thursday looks to be partly sunny and 49, we could see some rain, maybe some snow showers likely then as well. Well, that's going to be my time. Not all the news that we have for you. It never is, but we hope to see you back here tomorrow night as we wrap up this week on Your News Today. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of the show.